Choices and decisions. In a day, we are to make many of these. Sometimes it's trivial things like what color of shirt do you wear? Or at times, it's major things like planning out long-term life goals or choosing which college to get into. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say you're being chased by a horde of zombies. You've outrun them to some extent, and now you arrive at a clearing with 3 ways of possible escape. Number 1 is a tree. While you lose some time trying to climb the tree, let's assume the zombies can't climb. Number 2 is an abandoned factory. You can hide there and hope for the best. And number 3 is you try and find the best. So these are the multiple answers, and let's try to answer them as we are well versed in the art of answering MCQs. So what is the right answer to this question? The right answer is that there is no one right answer. Each and every person chooses differently based on what their past preferences are, what their experiences are, and how they feel in that particular moment. So there is no one answer, and each and every person's brain picks one option based on how they're feeling at that particular moment. There are 3 ways of thinking through which our brain chooses these options. Number 1 is logical thinking. Logical thinking is analyzing the pros and cons, analyzing the benefits and consequences, and choosing the way a chess player, a computer, or a military commander would do. This way, your chances of success is maximized since you have analyzed both the benefits and the consequences. But life doesn't always throw things at you with benefits and consequences. Sometimes things are trivial, like the questions I asked before. Do you choose between a red and a green t-shirt, or what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? These questions have no benefits or consequences. So how does your brain choose then? Well, it chooses emotionally or intuitively. Sometimes things in life have no rhyme or reason, and your brain is forced to pick between them. So it analyzes your past experiences, your preferences, what you have been choosing for the past time, and then it chooses based on that. These things, they do not, like I mentioned, have rhyme or reason, but your brain chooses based on your mood. If you're feeling happy, you may choose something. If you're feeling sad, you may choose another thing. But like with logical thinking, life may not always throw the same kind of situation at you. What happens if a situation you are faced with is unfamiliar, you have no experience to call upon, and you cannot analyze it using the benefits and consequences? Well, then you get influenced. This has now become the most common style of thinking. Getting influenced is a good thing because you can rely on people who have experienced the same situation or have a certain knowledge about the situation and then use that experience to your benefit. But it is also a bad thing since people can now choose based on other people's decisions. For example, you see a lot of sports people and celebrities in commercials. This is because it has become easy for people to choose the product based on who their favorite celebrity or sports person is, not based on how good the product is or whether it is actually effective for them. Influential thinking is a double-edged sword. It can both hurt you and help you. This talk has not been to tell you that logical thinking is the correct style of thinking, or emotional thinking must be employed at all times, or influential thinking is the right way as you don't have to use your brain. The actual aim of this talk is that you have to understand what to think and when to think. These 3 methods are used by your brain to make sure that your success is maximized. And so, you have to think how you're going to think.